pleasant good morning.
When was the last time you got anything free? When?
Exactly 3 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's a blessed morning inside Orange Walk Town. And I want to say this morning, it's a beautiful day. The late great Miss Lillian Crawford would have said, it's a beautiful day. Morning, Miss Millian. Morning, Dylan. And I want to tell you that while some of us are sad because we lost a loved one, some of us are upset because we never slept well, because the baby cried whole night last night, some because of whatever reason, broke or you just collect the leave bonus yesterday, I go pay it out the bills this morning, you see. Thank God we have life. It could have been worse. We could have stopped breathing, and we couldn't have been heading to another place. So we have life, and I want to say thank God for that. With that, I want to go straight to Mr. Martinez this morning and ask him to lead us in that word of reverence that we usually do every day that keeps us going, whether after we pray, we might be hitting something real hard and some people don't might like it. But you know what? We put God first in everything.
You said a mouthful. You put God before any and everything. Good morning, D.
My friend.
Good morning. Buenos días todos que nos escuchan, que nos ven. Un gusto saludarles como siempre. Un gusto estar aquí para ustedes. Y como dijo correctamente Delon, es una bendición poder reconocer y darle gracias a Dios por todo lo que Él nos da por la mañana. Y quizás sonamos como discos rayados ya a este punto cuando hablamos de la necesidad de ese reconocimiento, y no solo reconocerlo, pero de agradecer las bendiciones que nos dan y nos da nuestro Dios, y ponerlo en perspectiva. Muchas veces nosotros decimos simplemente gracias, gracias, pero conscientes muchas veces que quizás no lo merezcamos, pues seguimos la vida así. Pero yo creo que el agradecimiento va un poquito más que solo reconocerlo y decir gracias. Yo creo que el agradecimiento va en mano con tratar de hacer algo para mostrar tu agradecimiento, para demostrar tu agradecimiento. Pues nuestro Creador nos da tanto, nuestro Dios nos da tanto, y ya yo creo que es tiempo que nosotros hagamos algo para demostrar nuestro agradecimiento. ¿Y qué podemos hacer? Ser mejores personas, simplemente. Padre, hoy te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones que nos das. Hoy, Padre, te quiero dar gracias por la vida que nos das, a mí, a mis familiares, a mis compañeros de trabajo, a mis amistades. Padre, gracias por la buena salud que nos das, el bienestar. Te damos gracias por las fuerzas, porque hoy logré caminar y venir a la chamba. Cuando ya no pueda hacer eso, ya va a ser otra cosa. Pero te doy las gracias por lo que tú me has dado. En tu gran amor, en tu amor eterno que tienes para nosotros, Padre, nos das y nos das. Nos ofreces ese perdón absolutamente gratis, sin pagar nada. Nos das tu justicia divina, nos das la vida, nos das la buena salud. Todo esto, Padre, tú nos das. Y por eso te lo agradezco. Quisiéramos hoy, Padre, ser mejores personas, poder ser ejemplares, poder ser más obedientes, más respetuosos, más creyentes, más responsables. Importantemente también, más sensibles a las necesidades de otras personas. Y eso es muy importante. Te lo pido, Padre, poder ser más sensibles a las necesidades, de poder darse cuenta con una persona que aunque no quiera hablar, pero que tenga una necesidad de hablar. Padre, te agradecemos todo, te bendecimos, te glorificamos, te pedimos como siempre también para aquellas personas que más lo necesitan, aquellas personas que de una forma u otra están en las cárceles, están en los hospitales o quizás estén en sus casas, pero de una forma u otra están sufriendo. Padre, llénalos de tu gracia, muéstralas a estas personas que es simplemente acercándote a ti que uno logra tener la paz y la felicidad en las vidas. Padre, te agradezco todo, te doy las gracias, te glorifico. Amén.
Amen to that, I must say. Amen to that, my friend. Emmanuel, the weather outside looks
The
nice.
weather outside is better. When are we going to be singing the songs like that? I guess we're going to live in Minnesota.
Why Minnesota? Why Minnesota?
Because they have a white Christmas. Have you ever lived through a white
You
Christmas?
not see me the snow yesterday?
Oh yes.
forget?
But it was only flakes, man. It was only like maybe 7
We
flakes.
don't want it go no colder.
Yeah, no colder than that.
You know what happened if it snowed at Belize? A lot of we are dead.
That's how we are dead
Our
because
first thing
the
we
first time
must
we're
be
not
ready for that.
prepared for
Yeah.
that. Yes.
What you hear
Hi,
people
guys.
talk about cola,
This-
the states they talk about putting on 2 jeans
And you
pants.
know something?
Vaseline,
You know
tree
something?
jacket.
A lot of us go to the States and go like, I want to see snow. And yes, snow comes. When I was living in the States, yes, snow comes. And after that, and the first time, it's a delight.
After that, disaster.
It's a delight. It's like, your car,
Oh my
you're,
God.
you're reveling in this thing. You say how beautiful, you're taking pictures, you roll up. The following day, Dylan, you have to give one shovel. I tell you, shovel, because the car can't come out.
You can't walk.
Third day, you have to get up on a ladder because the roof is already clogged up with so much snow that it might just do damage to the roof. So you have to take it off. I said, pues, ¿sabes qué?
If it's a snow
Yeah,
before,
on the fourth day, then it begins to melt.
then you get cold.
And then the worst thing, walking in snow isn't bad at all. Walking on ice is wild. ¿Sabes cuántas volantines yo me di caminando en hielo? Mamma mia. Because it's terrible. You need special shoes for walk by ice.
That's why they say no, if that is snow,
So,
let
at
me
the end of the day, let me write you. Man, Minnesota.
So like how, tell me if you have snow that Belize today.
All right. Today was Wednesday, folks. Today is the 2nd of December, 2015. At 6 o'clock, the general situation was reported as follows. Relatively dry conditions are expected today. Keyword, dry. Followed by a gradual increase, oh Lord, followed by a gradual increase in moisture starting later tonight. The 24-hour forecast. Sunny skies with cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will be isolated today and increase later tonight. The winds blowing from the north, northeast, 5 to 15 knots. The sea state light up to choppy. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night, is for cloudy skies with a few showers or periods of rain, mainly along the coast. The temperatures. The high temperatures along the coast for today, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, folks, is going to go only up to 88 degrees, and up in the hills, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows for tonight along the coast, 75, inland 70, and up in the hills, a cool 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides, there will be a low tide this morning at 9:17. There will be another low at 9:31 p.m. There is going to be a high tide at 6 minutes after 3, and then there's another high at 2:46. 46 minutes after 2 until tomorrow morning, in the wee hours of the morning. The sun rose this morning at 7 minutes after 6, and the sun sets today at 17 minutes after 5. The moon sets this morning at 11:37, and the moon rises, 11:37 this morning, and sets 11:41 p.m. There's a slight little error here on the report. And we want to thank Forecaster Gordon for that information. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Un gusto saludarles. Gran gusto estar en su compañía hoy por la mañana, donde sea que se encuentre. Quizás está en la casa, quizás está en la carretera, donde sea. Muy buenos días. Ojalá y tengan todos un buen día hoy. Este es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, miércoles, el 2 de diciembre. Ya como nada, estamos el 2 de diciembre. Y no paro de comentar que rápido va el tiempo. Pasa el tiempo ya entre 2 semanas esencialmente, 3 semanas, perdón, y ya esencialmente estamos en la Navidad, pues un día o dos más, pero 3 semanas y ya. Así que ya debemos estar preparándonos de una forma u otra, limpiando la casa, lo que sea, comprando los regalitos de una forma u otra, haciendo preparaciones. A las 6 de la mañana la situación general fue reportada tal de que condiciones relativamente secas son esperadas para el día de hoy. Sin embargo, esto va a cambiar tantito porque se espera un incremento gradual en humedad o en cantidad de lluvia hoy por la noche. Para las siguientes 24 horas, cielos soleados con periodos de nubosidad. Hoy durante el día, parcialmente nublado hoy por la noche. Chubascos van a estar aislados hoy, pero luego empiezan a aumentar por la noche. Los vientos volando en el norte, noreste, noreste de 5 a 15 nudos. El estado del mar ligeramente agitado. Se espera que para mañana jueves y mañana jueves por la noche veamos cielos nublados con algunos chubascos o periodos de llovizna, esencialmente sobre la costa del país de Belice. Las temperaturas. Las altas por la costa, 85, por el interior del país, 88 grados, y por las colinas, 77 grados. Las bajas por la costa, 75, en el interior del país, 70 grados, y por las colinas, compañeros, 68 grados. Las mareas. Una marea baja a las 9:17 hoy por la mañana. Habrá otra marea baja a las 9:31 hoy por la noche. Habrá una marea alta a las 3:06 hoy por la tarde. Y entonces habrá otra marea alta a las 2:46, pero esto es hasta mañana por la madrugada más bien. El sol salió hoy a las 6:07. El sol se pone hoy a las 5:17. La luna se pone a las 11:37 y sale a las 11:41 hoy por la noche. Perdón, como dije, hay un error aquí. Este reverso, la luna sale a las 11:37 y se pone 11:41. Es lo que me está diciendo. Moonsets. Bueno, compañeros, le damos las gracias a Forecast Gordon por esa información. Hoy se supone que va a estar bastante soleado. Sin embargo, se espera que por la noche ya veamos un aumento en la cantidad de lluvia porque pues está pronosticado que para ya luego por la noche hay aún ese incremento y quizás mañana continuamos con una cantidad de lluvita. Dylan.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. That weather report is brought to you through the kind courtesy of Drummond Vegas and Sons, Albion's Bus Line, the Youth Connection Band, Hungryman Barbecue. Hungryman want to inform you that he also does catering, bake a turkey, bake a ham. This Christmas, just check him out every time. And also Aqua Purified Water in San Esteban, Honorable Gas for Vega, and this station. It's 17 after 7. We want to say this week, Emmanuel, just quickly before we take a break, we want to follow up on something. For those of you who don't know, this week is Disability Week. And schedule, sorry, certain activities.
Say like the British, scheduled.
Schedules, certain activities throughout the week for these special need children. Tomorrow there will be I think tomorrow there will be national games like Olympics, no?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Tomorrow and then next day I think they will have.
So there is a week of activities.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
And then there will be the spelling bee, finger spelling bee contest.
Hmm?
Yeah, and it's not the first either.
What is that about?
Spelling bee,
But you said finger.
finger spelling bee. is
All right,
spelled
okay.
with the,
Oh, all right, okay.
you understand? Yes, finger spelling bee, which is big in Belize City. I think it's, forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Friday. So there'll be the finger spelling bee tomorrow.
So you spell it with the use of your fingers as
Right,
you mark out,
right,
like
right.
C and
Right.
whatever it is.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
So that's what they will have. So again, it's Disability Week. So I just want to pray, say a deep prayer for those special needs kid children, and even louder prayer for the people who take time out to care for these lovely children.
Since you're on the topic of that, you know, yesterday I was watching the news and I was listening to the chief executive officer saying that there is perhaps a shortage of people who are willing to devote their time to take care of these people, you know? Not only people with disabilities, but people who are restrained in centers like the hostel and so forth and so forth. So you hit a note right there. Let's pray for people to become more involved in services like that.
Right. Hope the system, the government, train more people. Sugar City Man, show hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Dylan,
Hi, good morning.
I really had to call you this morning to comment on that Christmas tree that your mayor set up.
Oh, you never done. You,
What
Delon
a
Jones, never done. You're too bad.
What a shame, what a shame, what a shame, Dylan.
I tell you.
I never in my life have seen something like that.
Did they change it though?
But let me tell you, I say we give the devil what he due, and we will talk about it later. But we try show the latest report because the people of Orange Walk spoke yesterday, and believe me, by 12 o'clock they will don't start to take down that tree.
Well, I think that it is time that the people from Armijac stand on their feet and start to protest against that horrible item or whatever they put up there.
Because it's not a Christmas tree.
That thing really look bad.
Well, I could tell you, rest assured, I'll be honest with you, they don't take down all any rainbow colors, and it look better than yesterday. So we are trying our best. It is only fair that we show the people how we look now. They really nice it up. They put up Santa Claus, they put up Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, they got Annalie tree, and they put up a post, and they watch a post right away. One of the stalwart PUP say, the best is yet to come. Wait for it.
Yes, I'm sitting on Facebook. I said I got something like the best is
I
yet to
figured,
come.
let me look this up.
The best is yet to come, and it look nice. Honestly, they got Santa Claus, but you know what? All of this happened because of the people. You know, they're not the Lord, they're the people. They're not Emmanuel, they're the people. We don't want to stand up for that. People, the real people power.
Well, that's why when I said that thing yesterday, my Lord, I said, these people of Orange Walk will take that sitting down. No.
Yesterday, they had the entire staff from the town council, and I tell you, everybody, from the foreman, the wrap Christmas tree, EHR manager, everybody, people power had they fix up the Christmas tree. And I want to tell you, it look nice right now, and I'll tell you no lie. They change the color, and they still put the shine glad, but they put down green and white, along with the wreath and the lights.
You see, that the cloth was absolutely necessary because it needs to be a
Backing.
there needs to be a backing, a backdrop.
But the color that I
Yeah,
was
the
with,
color,
so-
that's what we
So,
were complaining
because
about.
of the people power, they had to go and change it.
Right. I think, you know what? I think your mayor no know. I think your mayor no know what now a tree. You know, I think he have never seen a tree in his life.
The mayor, in all fairness to the mayor not celebrate Christmas because he comes from a witness background. And everybody know that the Jehovah Witness, they don't believe in a Christmas.
Yeah, they don't
So,
believe in it.
why they say I don't know rumor, I dey tell you, because the mayor live right around the corner from where we grew up in the same neighborhood, practically the same street. We used to play football together.
Used to play marble
We used to
together.
play marble together, you know? And we know that when 5 o'clock comes,
No,
they
but
have
you
to-
said you
they
played
have to go
marble with
bathe
us.
because they have to put on a necktie and they grab the man purse and they have to go to church. They grew up in the faith. So I could tell you the mayor not celebrate Christmas. So we never expect no better from the mayor. But like what Emmanuel said, somebody had to come up with that crazy idea in that building there.
I know. I think that just badness. Then they tried to. That's all they tried
Well,
to badness. And stand.
No,
Remember last year when the PUP made dress up in a blue Santa Claus.
That's true. Well, I'll tell you something. Yesterday, they felt the wrath of the people. They feel the power of the people. And you see that fist when they do so? Pan the campaign, when they open it, you know what they say, 5 more years.
So that's how they may get yesterday. That's how they may get yesterday. They never put the fix it
But
up.
they're afraid to open their fist. They may know that 5 more, so they don't want to open their fist. But again, like I said before, we have some guests this morning, and after that, when the guests leave, we are sure we will be fair to them and let you know that now we look nice, and we won't sit here and I don't know who will pay for the second expense, you know, but in the day I will have to say we are getting them the way you do, all right?
No, but the thing is, I'm seeing on Channel 5 yesterday, last night, they talk about some street on Liberty Avenue where they fix up and they broke up the man, they go off like he get crazy or something.
Tell him make you go check the one where you don't fix for Guadalupe Street, the Guadalupe, where the business people in gear big money for fix the street, and right in front of one of the biggest donors, RBs, they had to go back and patch some hole 2 times already in less than 3 months. That's the way if you talk about, they like how we do thing. You have St. Peter's Street, you dig up St. Peter's Street and show them black sticky, brown sticky thing on it, and they left it right, so he can't talk,
Well,
He should be the last person to talk.
He go off last night on Channel 5 about Aragon where he just do a job just for making me win and something like that. He go off last night and we see.
But you see how small the Lee boy?
Yes, man. That's why when you said that too, I will not go up on the same street. I don't know how mean go up because he not go up not much at all.
And I want to tell you something. That street there where you talk about, that was just the first phase. So what happened when they had put down the sealer, then the rain may come down heavy, so they couldn't do nothing. So obviously the sealer wasn't the tar, it just sealed, and the rain beat it away. It beat it away, and they did this. That was the first phase. So Aragon said that street have 3 phases to go. So they're far from finished. So, and Kevin, they have 5 years. So like what the Bali said, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it.
I know.
He only Aragon got 5 years. He only got 2 more, and he done.
Well, I hope this time I will drag people take her out because that's too much of him.
We are make sure he come out this time. We are make sure we are hard off out there. Check out on our rope. We got people who are ready like Papa, ready for take out you, Papa.
Yes.
Well, I hope so. I just hope so, and they're not put them back again because they're going back to the same thing.
Well, I don't think our job people want to walk back way again.
Well, I hope so.
Well, have a wonderful morning, all right, and thanks for calling.
Okay, same to you, Dylan.
Love you
and
now.
to Mr. Martinez.
All right, take care.
Have a beautiful
All
day,
right.
baby.
Okay.
What a way to start the morning.
Yes.
27 after 7 o'clock, we have some people from the youth department here with us this morning. We'll take a commercial break, and like I say, we are getting them going, Jew. They'll dig a hole and put that in it. We'll be right back.
When was the last time you got anything free? Well, With Digitel's new improved combo plans, now everyone talks free. With free talk in every plan and even more data for the same low monthly price. I mean, who doesn't love free? Free Sundays with our light plan, free weekends with our plus plan, free nights, weekends, and free calls to your circle with our elite and max plans, and even more free 4G data in our light, plus, and elite plans. Don't have a plan? It's easier than ever with low or no deposit for qualifying customers. Still the best plans in the country. Come in and start getting more.
Expect more, get more. Always more with Digicel.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get buff.
The following is a message from the Sugar Industry Control Board and the Sugarcane Production Committee. Cane farmers and the public in general are hereby informed that the Sugar Industry Control Board SICB held a meeting on the 20th of November 2015 to discuss sugar industry matters. In this meeting, the three sugarcane associations, BSCFA, CSCPA, BSCPA, and the Miller BSIASR agreed that the commencement of the 2015-2016 sugarcane grinding season would be on December 7, 2015, provided that weather and road conditions are in optimal state to allow for a smooth commencement. That has been a message from the Sugar Industry Control Board and the Sugarcane Production Committee.
Belize, it's been 1 year since Digicel promised you more. And oh, have we delivered! We started last November with more promotions, offering you a special every single month, meaning you got more free minutes, more free text, and more free data. In December, we dropped 4G data prices by up to 75%. Now, more than 20,000 new customers take their Wi-Fi on the road. For text, we were the first to introduce a low price on our bundles, and we still give you more text for your dollar. Double ups are now from $1, and 17,000 more people enjoy double up every month. What about our postpaid 610 customers? Brand new packages with more minutes, more text, 4G data, and even free weekends at no additional cost. And that's not all. More sales and more specials on the latest cell phones, as well as more giveaways and more contests on Facebook and Instagram. Now, with our Old Bring New campaign, thousands of extremely smart customers are trading in, trading up, and joining Team Digicel so they too can get more. Wow, what a year, and we're just getting started. It's pretty simple. Always more with Digicel.
Investing in the people of our country means investing in the future of our country. Working to build a stronger Belize, focusing efforts in areas where it was most needed, transforming the Belizean people through job preparedness and skills training. Almost 500 Belizeans from all over the country have received vital job preparedness trainings and have entered new jobs in the areas of customer service, marketing and sales, and in the booming business process outsourcing industry. We understand that the future of our country lays in the strengthening and the upliftment of our people. Transforming Belize, a government for all.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star, yes. You live in color to the limit. Large and in charge, yes. That's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
How can I help you, sir?
Must get credit.
Is it credit that your problem? There you go.
Thanks for saving my life.
Never be stranded again. Digicel prepaid customers dial *77 followed by the pound sign and transfer credit. That's it. Save a life today with Digicel's Send Me Credit.
Already again.
Get more, do more, love more, live more with Digicel.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers in all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
With Digicel new combo plans, we share voice, text, and data at a low monthly cost. Hey, it's better when we all play together.
Here with you along with Emmanuel Martinez, and as we said, it's Disability Week and it's also Youth Week, no? Yes, also Youth Week 2015. Emmanuel, we turn the mic over to Emmanuel to introduce us to our guests.
Yeah, it's
we'll have a little segment here this morning with these guys and some folks from the youth department in the country, no?
Yes, and I think it's very it's good timing because last week we had the Honorable Minister of Elodio Aragon here, who is the person in charge of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and the Culture. And we were chatting about, the youth programs and so forth, because obviously we could never begin to emphasize or enough the importance of these programs that will help mold the youth and take them to where we would want them to go, rather than where they want to go, okay? And this week, coincidentally, is being celebrated as Youth Week, and it's a pleasure to have Mr. Harrison Williams, who is the youth coordinator here. Good morning, Mr. Harrison, here in Orange Walk. And also Mr. Sean Saldana, who is the public relations officer, but he is attached to the headquarters in Belize City. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show.
Thank you.
Can we, I gather that you all have had a week of activities during the course of this week. Can we begin to get from you some sort of information as to what has been going on? What is the purpose? You know, obviously, perhaps to try to, whatever. Can you expound on that for us?
I'll tell you just before we get into what's going on in Orange Walk. General synopsis of why we celebrate Youth Week. It started November 29th and it ends December 5th. It started Sunday with an ecumenical service there in Corozal, and after which we had a parade march, and then we had some activities happening on the Bay of Corozal where we got young personalities to be out there. The week is geared, or the week is aimed to celebrate and highlight the potential and the work of our young people. Primarily throughout the year, we have been very grateful with the cooperation and the receptiveness of our young people, especially in the projects and the programs and activities that we have planned for them. And so we take this week to highlight them, to showcase their potentials, and to really celebrate all their efforts, which is a part of the mandate of building the capacity youth development.
Okay, very good. So the programs have been well assisted.
Yes, we have partnered with Love Foundation through the and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and this week is a celebration throughout the country. The Department of Youth Services in each district have created enough activities and programs to sustain throughout this week, so that we may give adequate and enough opportunity for young people to be involved, for young people to have something that they would be able to rely on, and for us to appreciate their work.
Okay. Mr. Harrison, you are the youth coordinator here in Orange Walk. Can you expound to us a bit about the activities locally here in Orange Walk and the kind of services that are offered through the
Department of Youth?
Yes.
Okay, as Mr. Sean mentioned, we started off the week on Sunday, November 29th, with our ecumenical services at Corozal. We took up a bus with young people. We had an ecumenical service, followed by a mini parade. Then we went to the beach and we had some activities, which was led by Mr. Wilfred Patillo. So I want to thank him for that. He's a very enthusiastic young people into sports, into positive activities for young people. Who is in charge of the Untouchable Pride Youth Group as well in Orange Walk. So I want to thank him for being a part of that event that day. And then we moved on into Monday, where we had an open day at our office. We invited stakeholders of youth to have a little booth, and we invited the schools and the public as well to come and view these different services.
Was it well attended?
Different agencies.
Did you have a lot of participation?
Yeah, we had very well participation from the community as well as from the school. You know, they dropped by and they gathered their little pamphlets, and they got to know a little idea of the different services that are offered by different agencies, such as for one niche, we had Inspiration Center, we had personnel from the NDAC, we had HICOPAB, BFLA as well, we had the Labor Department as well, and we displayed and showcased our different services from our department as well. So we had that for our open day at our office. That was Monday, and it was a great event because young people got to get to know the different activities that are occurring from the different stakeholders as well. So that was a very great idea. We moved on into Tuesday, which was yesterday. We had a trivia at the gala lounge in the morning.
A what?
A trivia.
A trivia quiz?
Yeah, we had a trivia quiz whereby it was based on our policy. We have a policy that went through cabinet in late 2012, approved through cabinet, through the Ministry of Youth. So we gathered a series of questions and we gave it to the high schools. And we gave them a copy of our policy as well for them to study it. And the whole point of it is that we wanted young people to basically get an idea and know about the policy, because this is basically for them. This is basically for them because if you should know one thing about the policy, it was gathered through countrywide consultations led by young people and along with our stakeholders as well. So this is basically an idea of what they want our country to be and how they want to live in Belize. Actually.
In a couple of sentences, could you just quickly give us a summary of what the The policies about? The policies about? Just quickly, what are the aims and what is the purpose? It's just a guide. But exactly, just to expound on what do you seek to achieve with the youth policy? In other words, what message are you sending through to the youth in the youth policy?
You see, with the youth policy, we gathered a series of objectives that we want young people to look at, and one of which is basically to establish Belizeans' visions for youth. Then we had to establish a common framework for improved coordination and collaboration among stakeholders as well, because they are keen in the process of, young people expanding their knowledge, young people getting engaged through jobs, through health services, through education as well. And as well, it basically outlined a strategic framework to support the realization of Belizeans' youth dreams and aspirations. So basically, like I mentioned, the policy was gathered through a series of consultation with young people, countrywide consultation, and each district basically had their own issues. And we had some of the district basically mention that, job was low, young people are unemployed. We had some of them stating that they want more better health services. They had some of them that wanted left to lessen the cost of education, or they want to expand on their education. What assistance could they get? So these were the questions that young people asked, and these were the issues that they were faced with. So the policy was a draft for them to basically get these stuff on and going.
I understand.
But just to jump off a little, do you think that, yes, the youth's the crowd that they need, but do you think the youths are doing enough to help themselves?
I just want to add, before I mention that 70% of our population are young people. And this fits perfectly.
Excuse me, how did you come to that determination? Is it anybody who is below the age of 18?
Below the age of 29.
Okay.
Between 14 to 29. Yes. Unfortunate.
You're in the minority right now. You're in the other 30%.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that. And it comes back because we often hear a cry of young people, of youth, like myself, that we want to be involved in decision making. The reality and the practical picture is that in the process of decision making comes with a whole lot of responsibilities. And so consequently, it is only the business, or it is only the initiative then of young people to come with a collective and a unified voice and say, something, the only way that we can really send a message, and ensure that our demands are being heard is if we show that we are serious and if we show that we mean business. I'll tell you that, in my honest opinion, I believe that the government, I believe that the ministers who are responsible for education, youth and sports, both Minister Faber and Minister Aragon, would be able and would be receptive to hear what we have to say. But the only way that would happen, and that would be if all of us, from Corozal to Punta Gorda, all young people have one agenda, have one common focus that we want, and that is what we are trying to achieve through the policy.
That's what I want.
And the policy then is geared to aim and to focus primarily on youth development. And I'll say that youth development does not only look at risk youth, and people have that common misconception that youth development only focuses on at-risk youth. Not so. Youth development looks at a holistic approach. It looks at a general approach in finding ways, in finding programs, in finding recommendable suggestions and activities in which we would be able to form and gear so that we may be able to have an impact and have a positive influence on that 70% of our population.
Okay. And initially I was asking about, if you notice my trend, that I was asking, was it well attended? Was it well attended? I did not know about these activities. I wish I had known. Not that I would have liked to know about it, just so to follow up on it. But one of the things, one of my concerns is that when we talk, and especially I like to hear him talk about it, having the participation of youth from all the districts to get on one plan, one agenda, okay? But the point I'm trying to make is, how much local participation do you have here in Orange Walk? Did you get just 50 people, or was it hundreds of people that came to visit and came to offer their views and their opinions? You know what?
But Emmanuel, that leads me to the next question. You talk about a holistic view, and you mentioned that whenever we talk about youths and youth department, people feel like it is geared only for troubled youths, right? The reality is that that's the way how you play out. Like if you're not going to school, or you don't have nothing to do, idle yourself and reach out to you. But what are you guys doing, or is there something in a plan for reach out to the young people that are enrolled in a high school, enrolled in a sixth farm, you know, and show that it's not only for what you call at risk or trouble youth?
Right. Just to finish my comment, which pretty much led to pretty much the same thing. You're right. People like to think that the services available to youth are only for at risk, and that if I am living a perfectly normal on-court life, I have no need to visit the youth. That's a perception that people have.
Just before I permit Harry to explain what is going on in Orange Walk, I'll tell you that in every district we have youth officers, youth empowerment coordinators, and their roles and responsibilities, all of our roles and responsibilities, are to go into the schools as well. This morning, Harry was just explaining to me that at the Department of Youth Services here in Orange Walk, they have opened their office spaces downstairs to get youth groups involved. And in that way, youth groups would be able to attract high school students. Youth groups would be able to attract at-risk students, at-risk youth. And so there are initiatives, there are programs and projects going on, but I believe, and I'll say it honestly, what is lacking is the awareness. And I believe that is a downfall on our part. Because we are really trying, and so I'll allow.
Well, I would like to say too that I like the idea and everything, but what realistically speaking, I think that much. This is just me. You could correct me if I think I'm wrong, but I think that much effort hasn't been done to reach out to the youths in the districts. Yes, we have a youth department, we have representation, but every time you put on the news, something happens at Belize for the youths. And the news, Belize City. Be realistic. Belize City. Then get all the programs, all the seminars, all the conferences, all the awards, all the job placement, and then this, all the financing go to this department of Belize, and this. What happened to Orange Walk? What happened to Corozal? So we're hurried in and just one statue to sit down in the office, and then we complain that nothing they go off the Orange Walk with the youths, but they don't have resources. I'll be up front with you, but that's the way we see it out here. So I am hoping that under the new minister we have, and I'm hoping that for Orange Walk, because see these, I'm not saying make everything come for Orange Walk, but give out to Caesar what is Caesar. Share the pie equally, man.
Yeah, and I was just coming to that point. We once was, lacking of our resources, but now things are becoming much better with us, with the Department of Youth Services. We're reaching out to young people more. the resources required from our main office, because
Okay.
basically that was the issue. That was the main issue. You know,
Yeah.
Belize has everything.
Exactly.
Belize get this. Belize get that.
Realistically
Belize get all the
speaking.
transportation. Belize get the finance and stuff, and that I mean the main issue, especially when it comes to young people, because they don't in Belize have all of the young people.
Exactly.
That is the whole point overall. So right now we're reaching out with senior officers being in charge of different regions, so that they can basically allocate funds to gather for activities and programs to run in the different districts as well. So we're right now my senior youth officer, Miss Glenda Diaz, I want to thank her. She has been working very hard in terms of lifting our department off the ground and mobilizing and moving around, so that young people can be aware that youth department do exist, and we are here to assist young people as well. So
I mean, when you hear, okay, let me tell you, like, these girls from Progresso, they were so active in youths and movement, but eventually they have to let go because it's our struggle.
Yeah.
And then when you find out that you work in your community, Emmanuel, and you the push, and then what their incentive? You do it because you love it. You don't got no pay in it. You love it, you got a passion for it. So what do you reward? When Wally trip come up to go to Aruba, Wally trip come up to go to Chetomal, and you mingle with other young people, you learn more, you come up. But when you see, bam, 5 youths from Belize City Gang, bam, 3 youths from Belize City Gang, bam, what happened to the other district?
And that's very true, and as Harry rightly mentioned, we have already identified our downfall, and that is why I'm here.
Okay.
Because
we are the pioneer.
Yes, man.
We
I
sick
believe,
like that.
I believe that work is there to be done.
Lots.
And my job primarily is not just to sit in an office or to only face the cameras when it is relevant, but my job is to travel around the length and the breadth of Belize and to ensure that the mandates of our children and young people are being heard, are being carried out, and I will take all that is mentioned in each district and I do take them to our headquarters, and that is true, and that is how we are being highlighted in the districts. Our administrative officer and our acting director there in the headquarters, Mrs. Alison Mackenzie, is really a passionate and a sincere woman about transformation and transforming the lives of our youths.
Transforming the lives.
And that is why we can now celebrate to an extent, because while celebration is happening, work must continue to be done.
I agree with you. And only time will show that things that happen, especially for not only the youths that are enjoying. I don't want to sound selfish, but we're talking young people
What is
all
reality?
across the board. We're talking about the young people all the way down in a PG, in a village of PG, where we live the cultural lifestyle, highlighting everybody. So on the work cut out for, no? So any other activities for the week?
Well, after the trivia that we had yesterday, which was Tuesday, we move into today. Our activity kicks off at the Department of Youth Services office at 9 in the morning. We're going to have a business mixer, and that's basically to involve the out-of-school population, and as well as like you mentioned, the young persons that are educated, that went to school and graduated. You know, the whole issue of young people being graduated and don't have a job already, they can't get hired anyway, they have to pull a string or something. We try to look into the era of entrepreneurship to make them try to open their own business as well. You know, because you know, the whole fact of it is that jobs aren't there like that for the amount of persons where they graduate every year. That's our issue, I guess, where basically bigger than myself. You know, that basically comes from the government itself. But we from the Department of Youth Services, we tap into the area of entrepreneurship, whereby we try to see how we can assist young people with their different job proposals or a little funds to get their business off the ground. Because you know, basically young people are very innovative these days. They can bring up their own business and they can basically run it. But some of them just basically need a little boost,
Startup fund,
push, or a little startup fund to make them say, okay, get up off of the ground and to make them own their own business and hold up to their own business. You know. So that's basically what we're going to have today. We're going to have a business mixer at our office. We're going to have some very bright young people leading mixer. We have one. We have the owner of ERs, a very bright young person that opened his business and is very successful right now. We have Mr. Eved Corrado as well from San Jose. He owns a computer lab. He recently went to Jamaica and won the award in entrepreneurship as well. Followed by Mr. Juan Carrillo. He's from San Jose. He owns basically a little chips business that he's the entrepreneurship as well. So then we have our guest, Miss Omeda Swift, who is basically in the era of entrepreneurship, specializes in that era. So she's basically going to give the young people an idea of how to open their business, how to run their business, and how to basically go about starting and maintaining their business. So that's the highlighting activity that we're going to have today. So that's going to be for our business mixer. Tomorrow we wanna invite the young people to our office in the night, 7 o'clock, for a little movie night. We're going to watch an educated movie. Then followed by...
You're going to watch like Fast and Furious?
No, we're not going to watch.
Well, what we'll do, we'll wrap up this segment here with Mr. Saldano, and then we will return with Harry and Miss
Omida.
Miss the lady.
Miss Omida.
Miss Omida will be joining us. So, Mr. Saldano, any final parting shots? Believe me, we are here for you again, because you sound highly intelligent.
And you're here for the course of the week, or it's only for these days that you're here?
I come selective days, but I'm also traveling to the other districts.
Okay.
So I was here yesterday for the trivia, and I came back for the talk show. But then I'll go back down to Belicity and then up to Belmopan.
So we are wholly responsible for share the love.
Yes, man. I will
share
take
the
full
love.
responsibility.
All right, good. Can we call up to see this spaceship here?
Yeah, man.
Find
please.
anybody. He work at Google. See a thing here, sir.
And just to wrap up, I just want to mention the biggest highlight of the International Youth
Understanding
Week.
the artist, you know? What the man do? You sing?
Yes, sir.
What? So the artist. Go ahead, sir.
And the highlight of the entire week is on Friday, December 4th, which is the Youth Awards, which will take place at Biltmore
Yes,
at 7 p.m.
true.
And recipients of the various awards, I mean, we have awards of the differently abled entrepreneurs, the Youth Ministers Award, Pace Setters Award, Innovation, Environment, Agriculture, and I'll tell you that recipients are from all over the country of Belize, including Orange Walk.
And I want to ask if you can bring that award to Orange Walk next year.
Well,
yeah. Bring it, man. Bring it. Make people feel it.
It's a suggestion that we could take. We could do it.
You know what I mean,
every
Papa?
district.
We got nice place
Yes.
like
Gala Lounge,
Smoky Mermaid by the waterside. We could get nice ambience and the award they give out.
Yes, it's true.
Spread the love.
And that way I tell you, we come to Orange Walk. We travel.
We first, man. We first. We first.
Recommendations.
And the bat for we, you know, Papa.
I can figure it, but you know, one of the things that I would love to see, and I see the Pope has his own kind of little thing for the youth, and he has these jamborees and summer jamborees where, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of young people go to. Do you have any plans for having something like that in the future, where you can gather 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 youth in one place? I know the difficulties in logistics and so forth are involved, but let's just, think something for the future.
Put all of that behind.
For the future, where you can sit down and you can have little forums, those open discussions, obviously by groups and so forth, where people can talk and become more involved, because that's what you really want, involvement, and getting to be aware of what is available out there for you, because ask me if those youth out there really know what's going on there. It's good that you're on the show. It's good that you're making an effort to announce it, literally announce it to the public, But I believe at the end of the day, the youth need to be pulled in and made aware of what is available for them. And that's important.
Ideally.
But we want to thank you for your participation, Mr. Saldano. The director is saying we need to go on a break. When it's exactly 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, guys, we'll take a short commercial break. We want to thank you for your participation.
Thank you,
we'll be right back with another segment as soon as those commercials.
Youth Week 2015.
Yes.
Transforming beliefs, transforming lives. Transforming beliefs, transforming the lives. In beliefs, you and me, building stronger, we're our children. We transforming right before you, working harder, make us feel proud. See the streets are getting better. We are building bridges higher, education moving forward, land for farmers and our mother. Transforming for everyone, beliefs come together as one. We're building at the end of the day, together we live all the way. Let's come together, let us be stronger, working together. Let's build a Belizean flag, Belizean flag, Belizean flag, Belizean flag. Transforming Belize, transforming the life.
When was the last time you got anything free? Well, with Digicel's new improved combo plans, now everyone talks free. With free talk in every plan and even more data for the same low monthly price. I mean, who doesn't love free? Free Sundays with our light plan, free weekends with our plus plan, free nights, weekends, and free calls to your circle with our elite and max plans, and even more free 4G data in our light, plus, and elite plans. Don't have a plan? It's easier than ever with low or no deposit for qualifying customers. Still the best plans in the country. Come in and start getting more.
Expect more, get more. Always more with Digicel.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
The following is a message from the Sugar Industry Control Board and the Sugarcane Production Committee. Cane farmers and the public in general are hereby informed that the Sugar Industry Control Board SICB held a meeting on the 20th of November 2015 to discuss sugar industry matters. In this meeting, the three sugarcane associations, BSCFA, CSCPA, BSCPA, and the Miller BSIASR agreed that the commencement of the 2015-2016 sugarcane grinding season would be on December 7, 2015, provided that weather and road conditions are in optimal state to allow for a smooth commencement. That has been a message from the Sugar Industry Control Board and the Sugarcane Production Committee.
Belize, it's been 1 year since Digicel promised you more. And oh, have we delivered! We started last November with more promotions, offering you a special every single month, meaning you got more free minutes, more free text, and more free data. In December, we dropped 4G data prices by up to 75%. Now, more than 20,000 new customers take their Wi-Fi on the road. For text, we were the first to introduce a low price on our bundles. and we still give you more texts for your dollar. Double ups are now from $1, and 17,000 more people enjoy double up every month. What about our postpaid 610 customers? Brand new packages with more minutes, more text, 4G data, and even free weekends at no additional cost. And that's not all. More sales and more specials on the latest cell phones, as well as more giveaways and more contests on Facebook and Instagram. Now, with our Old Bring New campaign, thousands of extremely smart customers are trading in, trading up, and joining Team Digicel so they too can get more. Wow, what a year, and we're just getting started. It's pretty simple. Always more with Digicel.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Emmanuel Martinez, quite an interesting discussion this
Yes,
morning.
yes.
To see that we started on the Christmas tree and we're on the youths now.
That just begins to show you how versatile we
Oh,
are.
yes, sir. Very much.
It gives us great pleasure to have the people from the youth department here. And this is our second segment, but now we have a new guest. Her name is Miss Umida Svitlu. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Originally from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You said you were here previously, you were attached previously to the ministry, to the department as an advisor.
Yes, I was. I came here with the CUSO International and the Canadian government to advise the youth department on enterprise. And traveling the length and breadth of this country, developing an enterprise manual, I was amazed at the young people, from those at the cadets to every part of the country. Their thoughts and ideas about social enterprise, about how to not only have enterprise, but how to contribute to the community and to other young people. From orchid growers to people doing yellow ginger to basil, growing basil in a different part of the country. Young people in this country have very innovative ideas. And I'm sorry for babbling on, but
No, that's perfectly fine, because you're giving us some sort of a perspective that sometimes we tend to overlook ourselves.
That's right. Because we can't see
Yeah,
ourselves
exactly.
that way. But what I find is that the engagement between elders and young people is very important and much needed.
And it's not there.
It's not there, but the elders are wise. They have been through hurricanes. They have been through challenges, changes in the lives of people. They know how to make things. They know how to be innovative. And the young people need to spend time with their elders and learn this concept of how do I make something from nothing? Because every one of your parents made something from nothing, right? So
Exactly. Yes. And sometimes we have to go through some very, very difficult moments. It says necessity is the mother of invention.
that's right. That's right. And competition too, right?
Exactly.
So-
but you're right. We can easily learn from people, and just pretty much. Well, sometimes they say experience is the best way to learn.
Yes.
But we're talking Youth Week this week, and one of the big questions was, okay, after Youth Week, what happens? What goes on? But then again, I think you're here especially to talk about the business mixer. Am I not right?
Yes, we're doing a business mixer. Harrison, where is it today?
Right at the Department of Youth Services.
All right. And one of the most important things, I think, Harrison and everyone, is that when we engage successful business people with young people, then what the young people learn is they learn about the experience, what it took to get to where they are today. But what the business people learn from the young people is 70% of the market in this country are under the age of 29, right? So the business people need to know what young people want too. So I always say a good entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, should always have a young person that they're mentoring and who mentors them. I have always had that in business.
I
So
will
it works
agree.
both ways.
It must work
I
both
will agree
ways.
with you that on that same line there, because truly when I do, as a media, myself and Robert Usher, we are the owners of Universal Radio, and we are in the media business for what, 15, 16 years, so pretty much at a younger age you started until we ended up with our own, started working for someone and we with our own. And one of the problems you find out when you talk to young people, Emmanuel, especially young people with ideas, why nobody want to give me no money for start up?
Yes.
Nobody want to try reach out to me. They feel like they haven't started and they're already left out there in the cold.
Yes.
So how can we mend that? I mean, first thing, if you don't have asset, you can't go to the bank.
Yes.
Secondly, to get in a program, to get a little startup fund, it's a whole lot of red tape. What can we do to ease all of this? I mean, in Malaysia, I had a friend in Malaysia, and he said, why Malaysia is so productive is because whenever you reach the age of 18, that literally or almost automatically, if you have a business plan, you walk in the bank, and Malaysia is for Malaysians first.
Yes.
And they would spot you a $50,000 loan right away to start up a business. That's why they are so successfully. We're going to Malaysia and buy a jeans pants with $1.
Yeah. So I'd like to say, in advising the youth department and working with the youth department, the different in the different districts, the people like Harrison are an incredible resource. I was working with one man who was growing orchids. Sat down, gave him ideas and thoughts. Harrison has continued that mentorship. But I don't think it's about handing a young person money. I don't think that's the way to do it. I think we have to earn our way to where we need to be. So sitting there saying, give me money, let
when
me
I say
start
give
it.
me money, I don't mean like somebody will come up and say, because by any means you got to pay back for what you get.
Yes.
But that's just their way of talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and-
Harrison.
And one of the programs that we just had was a micro enterprise program, whereby we link with rural development, and we link with the credit union as well, whereby we went in the overall aspect of job proposal and how to go about writing it and the different aspects of a job proposal. So we had personnel from different agencies coming in and basically giving an overall perspective of how to go about creating a job proposal and how to go about using basically what you have in terms of opening your business and basically how to expand from there. So that's a great initiative from the department as well, and the follow up of that was to basically have young people create a job proposals, and we would link with the credit union, whereby they have professional personnel in that era to assist these young people
And I want to say,
write up a formal job proposal.
I want to say that the department need to recognize the other partners at a bigger scale at times. For example, the credit union. You
Yes.
say it right. I have to say hats off to the credit union.
Oh, yes.
The credit union is one that really,
Very
really supportive, especially where young entrepreneurs are involved. They even go as far as link up with Beltrade.
I have to say
training
that-
for youths and anybody who want to get into business, and they provide, if necessary, I think could be correct me, provide grants and all
Yes.
for you to start with. So
I have to
mean,
say, Beltrade, in this country, you have so many resources. You have your town councils that are ready to support
But
different
I
things.
think that-
You have got Beltrade, you've got all these organizations that are BTEC, that are preparing young people for all these areas. But I would like young people to not only look in Belize, to look at the world, because there's a new form of funding called crowdsourcing. So crowdsourcing is you go on the web, you look at Google, young people, parents, tell your young people to look for crowdsourcing. There, if you have a great idea and you come to the youth department, make sure that the idea is more solid and that you have the right words, you can ask the world to help you. And there are people that wanted to start a small factory or start a business, and they've gone to crowdsourcing, and there are ones that have given them $100,000. These are individual people all over the world, young people all over the world.
Is this like an international forum for that?
For funding.
For funding.
Like, it's like Obama, you know, he didn't get the big money from the big people. He got little money from everyone.
Okay.
So that's what crowdsourcing is. And I think it's an innovative way of getting funding for development projects.
The business mixer.
Go ahead, sorry.
The business mixer is tonight. What time?
No, today, this morning.
This
from
morning.
9 till,
Okay.
till 2.
Is this this is being announced?
Yeah, we had it over. We went to different media houses. Sorry, we slip and came on the morning show.
Yeah.
Who are the business people coming? Who are they? What are their names?
We have Mr. Eved Corrado, an entrepreneur from San Jose who owns a computer lab. We have Mr. Juan Carrillo that owns a chips company. We have a young person, Mr. that owns ERs. A young person that owns ER. ERs. It's ERs. Paletas, I believe. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, but we have young people. It's a youth-led business mixer.
So what we're going to be talking about is their experiences and
Yeah,
try to
it's-
motivate other people.
Yeah, how
and
they
to
wo-
show them that there is a way out.
Yeah, basically to show them
Is
how
that- is
they
that
could
it?
go about opening their business and using their resources that they have and expanding on that.
Like Mr. Juan with the chip
Yeah,
factory.
yeah, with the chip
I
factory.
went to his place, and he has taken every advantage to learn about how to do business properly from every department of government that he can, and he has a successful business. I think he's almost ready for export because he's that good at what he does.
I just think that in the era of, I don't want to sit here and sound like I never know that there is organization out there that can help. But I think much isn't being done in terms of publicity to inform people. And you know what? There is hope.
There is.
You know, you could walk into the youth department. I think the marketing need to be set up in a way whereby I have an idea on how to turn used phones into cash.
Yes, okay.
But I need a startup fund.
Yes.
I need a plan. I don't know where to go.
Sir,
Now-
when you say that, when you say but, that's the big challenge. You're
Exactly.
saying but. And the thing is you should be able to say and. And I think this government is doing a lot of amazing things in supporting people to do these things, but you need to be able to tell them, and you're right.
Exactly, because then you want to say that, oh, but you know, like I go see Harry. Everybody know Harrison Williams in Orange Walk. He's a friend to everybody. Let me go and see Harry, because from there,
Yes.
Harry can push me towards like Maclada Credit Union.
And he does.
They'll trade. The system is there, and it is good to know today, to know that it is there. But I think you all at the department need to set up a marketing strategy to remind people, and I think that's what we lack in this country in
I
many
think
areas.
I think your new minister is doing that. I think
he
he's
not
getting
play. He not play. He not lick shot.
Well, which leads me to my initial question. After the Youth Week celebration, what can we expect from the department?
Well, I'm just going to just say one thing, is that when I was in Belize, I think that this country has incredible resources, amazing country. I have come back to do business, and I will be starting a yellow ginger factory in Punta Gorda because I see the opportunity. I say, wake up.
For
you-
export?
Yes, for export. I think that, and we'll be hiring lots of youth because the youth department sensitized me to the fact that there were a lot of young people looking for work, and they're bright, and they're ready to learn. So the youth department, their plans, I've been speaking to Miss Mackenzie, who is director. She is a no-nonsense person. She is making sure that the department has the resources and the freedom to do the innovative things each district needs. And you mentioned different districts not getting the priority.
Right.
This lady will make sure that every one of these departments or every one of the districts has the resources they need.
And I was saying, information is very important.
Very.
You don't have to go to Canada or to the US to learn.
No.
If you step right outside our border and you go to Mexico, Emmanuel Chetumal, if these people, they celebrate and inform you about everything. Billboards all over the place. You drive in, you see a billboard with a guy on a weed cutter cutting the land. They say in Spanish, celebrating 2 years of our local workers
Yes.
in Chetumal, pop
Yes.
up, and they show them picking up garbage. Just on a billboard, you know. So I'm saying, to me, and I know the minister will hear this, you need to stop and set up a whole marketing structure for your youth department to advertise.
I think he's doing that.
To advertise for the youth department and when I say advertise, I'm not talking about Youth Week, but the type of constant reminder. The youth department is here to help you in this, that, A, B, C, and D. Come on in today. You know, billboards from all corners of the country where people driving and they see, you know, celebrating life, celebrating young people, remind you that we're here to, and this is what will.
But I've seen the youth department work from community to community, small communities. The Garifuna community in the south is Barranco. We were there just a little while ago, and I was observing the youth department's work there, outreach to communities. I'm sure you have so much here.
Yeah, and one of the main things that we try to use in terms of reaching out to young people and letting them be aware of the activities that Department of Youth Services are offering is through media, Facebook. You know, we went to different schools, different villages as well, and it's a majority of nearly 80 to 90% of them are on Facebook. So our Facebook is the Department of Youth Services, and we always invite young people to get involved, and basically young people always follow up all of the craziness that are happening on Facebook as well.
Yes.
So that's basically one of the stuff that keeps us back with our information and stuff. But we always try to update our page, and we always try to show the different activities that the Department of Youth Services is offering. So I would like to encourage our viewers as well to check out our site. It's Department of Youth Services.
And this one locally for Orange Grove?
Basically, it's for the whole country.
For the whole country.
Yeah,
But you
so
get to see everything
you get to
everybody's
see
doing.
everything.
And you have to speak to young people in the media that they're looking at. And I'll tell you, in the computer labs throughout the youth departments, by the way, youth departments have computer labs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you don't have your own computer, you can come there. You can learn how to
You know
type.
that?
You can.
No, I did not know that.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying, marketing.
In Punta Gorda, in Belize City. they have-
Marketing minister, they call next week.
Yes.
A reminder.
But you have to speak to them in the media that
Of
they're
course,
talking
you have to
in.
reach out to them. But again, when we talk about marketing, we're not talking only about reaching out to the youth. We're talking about reaching out to everybody.
Yeah, to the
Because
parents.
what this young man might miss on that billboard, his father said, "Oh, that's where I can send him. That's who we need to turn to. That's who will help me support my son." It's for everybody.
Yes.
We need to set up a strong marketing section in the youth department
And
to
they are.
remind people of what the youth department is all about.
I think you should watch in the next little while. It's
I will.
happening.
Believe me, I'll be watching. I will be watching.
Well, I mean, to have young people like Sean be the spokespeople. There's another young lady at the office, right?
Yeah.
That so instead of they're having the young people speak to young people, which is very good. It's right. I think
Good.
it's good strategy.
I like that. The best is yet to come.
Yes, the best is yet to come. And with guys like Harrison and all the youth workers, I just want to say that I've seen them work. They're very hard, and now they have been given more resources. I urge the government and all other communities to support young people in their ideas, and mentor them, and allow them to mentor the elders, because they have a lot. We have a lot. You and I, we have a lot to learn from young people,
You
right?
guys do have a lot to learn from us.
Oh, thank you.
I laugh when he uses the word us. And he thinks that all of a sudden he fits into the category of under 29.
Well, you're actually young at heart. That's how you feel.
It's how you feel, right?
That's how I feel.
I want to congratulate you guys. I did not know that all of this was available. I did not know we had computer labs at the youth services. And Dylan is absolutely right. You need to make this known to the public.
Yes.
Yeah, and
This is one of the downfalls.
Yeah, we have a youth
And
center as well.
right,
Youth
yeah,
center,
I know
yeah.
you do. You have a youth center, but just got to learn from it. You know.
Thank you.
About it, and I do believe that the amount of success that you have will depend entirely on how you sell yourself
Yes.
to the youth. If the youth don't know, they generally become so completely disinterested. And given the fact that they have a phone and they have
all
social
do.
media, and they all do, right?
Yes.
They care less about doing anything else. They are completely absorbed with this thing. Well, just let me give you a quick little story. Not a long story, but I was a member of a youth group, Rotaract, for many years.
That's a great group, by the way.
Rotaract, okay? And actually, it was one of the only functional youth groups, and this is many years ago. This is talking 70s.
Here in Belize.
Here in Orange Grove, okay? What happened was that we had I think the one in charge of membership, and it was sometimes one of the hardest things to get members into our club.
Yes.
One of the big questions was always, what am I gonna get out of it?
Yes.
Because they were thinking in terms of the financial reward. Will I get paid for going out to do whitewashing the trees at the park? Will I get paid for going to the hospital to clean it? Because, they were looking at it as a way of getting financial benefit out of it.
And what did you learn?
Okay, I learned otherwise. I
Yes.
said 10 years, 12 years, I didn't get a cent out of this. Not at all. It was my whole self, my whole heart, devoting entirely. And because when you do this out of the willingness of your heart,
You bet.
and then you open your heart and your mind to all the benefits that can come to you, you become leaders, you become more responsible, you
but
become
not
more
to
mature. Excuse me.
cut you across,
You
Emmanuel,
become
the-
more mature. You learn so many
I
things.
agree with what you're
you
saying.
learn so many things.
I agree with what you're saying,
Do we
but-
have people like that are willing to participate out of the willingness of their heart and mind and everything, and look at no
Let me
financial
shed a
reward?
little on what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but speaking from your experience, good to hear. From my experience, I was involved with the young people back in the days. I was way before Harry time. I used to have youth groups.
Yeah.
A lot of youth groups. I was a part of the 4-H. I even represented Belize in Grenada. I was a part of the Caribbean Youth Program.
Great.
I used to do basketball sports. I used to have. You remember that, Harry? Harry used to play for my team as a young boy. We never had a committee. It was a one-man show. I used to have control 5 teams. I used to love this, but you know what? It reaches to a point that thank you doesn't pay your bills, and put food on the table. And when you have, I saw Harry grow up. Harry played ball. Harry go to school. Harry passed. Harry graduated. Harry graduated again. Harry got the job, and I'm still on the basketball court, trying to nurture young people. Then, what's in it for me? It's not because I am doing it for something, but you reach to a point where you realize, this is not life for me here in Belize.
But it did make you who you are.
Of course it did.
And
The
it-
experience you gain from that, you won't buy that in a
That's
book.
what I'm telling you.
That's
And
it.
that's my
I
point.
understand.
That's the point I'm
that's the
trying to
beauty.
make.
Made me a
I'm
better
not telling
person.
you. I'm
It
not
sure
telling
did.
you that you're gonna still.
I wish it was something that I could have continued doing. It's like how I tell people in my profession. I'm a stand-up comedian.
Are you? Okay.
Yes, I am. By
Is
trade.
that obvious?
By trade. By trade. I'm a stand-up comedian.
Fantastic.
I am ranked #1 in the country.
Fantastic.
I don't like to blow my whistle, but that's how
You're an entrepreneur.
And I wish that I could say live off of that, but it doesn't happen like that. We're not set up for that. And
Okay.
at some point in the youth thing, I realized, I love this. I love to do this. It's a passion. I did it for years, but at some point you have to let go.
Then
because
move on.
who is looking after you There is, and I mentioned this to the minister last week, there's not even a little sniper, and there's a lot of youths, like young guys like me, who used to do it. I could call their name, Tiger, Bull, Hezekiah Bull, a lot of youths who
But
used
I
to
have to
spend their
say-
time, and you realize that when you go home, thank you.
Okay,
it
here's the
doesn't pay
deal.
your bills. Because it takes a lot
He's-
of time out your day to
You've
do
given
this
a great example, experience, and you've given an example, experience. Those things give you innovative ideas. People share their ideas. You share giving. But in the end, yes, you have to put food on your table. You're absolutely right. And that is where young people have to get an education or begin business ideas or work with the elders in communities to create new opportunities. They're not going to all come from outside. They have to come from here. And you're right. Eventually, we have to put food on our tables. And today, you put food on your table, pretty good. You're putting food on your table, pretty good. All that giving gives you an opportunity to give yourself the sense of self-confidence.
But to a point, there's a loss in the community because
when you stop.
When I stop.
Yeah, when you stop.
Oh, don't worry. You're
the-
still young. You're going to come back and give again.
When I stopped doing it, not only in my area, in many areas, you don't see it. You don't see other
Well,
people picking up the mantle and running with it.
Canadians have an amazing heritage of volunteerism, and I volunteered when I was young, like you, and then worked, and now I'm older. I'm nearly 60. I volunteered in Belize for 9 months without pay, to come and advise and support. So don't worry, your time come up again.
Harry, the rest of activities for the week, we're obviously finishing the celebrations on Saturday, am I not right?
Yes.
Friday.
On Friday?
No, it's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
And
How
for
do
the-
we wrap up the week?
For the exception of Orange Rock, we have an extra day, which is Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, for the exception of
For
Orange
the
Rock.
exception of Orange Rock.
Yes, we had an extra day. The week was too short.
The week was too
wanted
short.
we wanted a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
but we got an extra day,
That's
so
I'm
so we
glad
live
to hear that.
we actually live with that. So as I mentioned before, today we have our business mixer at our office at 9. It begins at 9 in the morning and ends at 2. And then we followed by tomorrow on Thursday we'll be having a movie night at our office. So we're inviting young people to come and watch a very educating movie. We'll give them popcorns and some little treats. It begins at 7 in the night tomorrow at the Department of Youth Services office on Queen Victoria Avenue. Just so the viewers.
Any age limits?
No, we don't have an age limit.
You can come.
Yeah, you can come as well. We know you're young at heart, so we invite you to mingle with the young people. And the more you mingle with them, the more you
Good
feel
Lord,
young
you
as
can't
well.
blame it.
Yeah, so we'll be having a movie night on Thursday. Then on Friday, as Mr. Saldano mentioned, we have our National Youth Awards held at Biltmore. Our bus will be leaving at
I get that. I'm sorry. I got it from what you said. That one of the recipients of the award is from Orange Road. Did I hear you say that?
We had somewhat of over 50 nominations sent from various schools. One of whom we had Mr. Randy, who is very good in the area of sport. We
Randy
had
Usher? Randy Usher?
No, the from technical.
Oh, Randy.
Miss. I don't recall his title very well.
Well, there are over 50 nominations.
Yeah, over 50 nominations.
Okay. From Orange Rock?
From Orange Rock. We had Mr. Evan Corrado, who is presenting today as well, being nominated. And we had different peer helpers group from technical, Bishop Martin, personnel from Muffles High School, as well as out-of-school personnel who are basically interested and making positive impact on young people's activities, on youth activities. So that's basically going to be for Friday. Then we move on into Saturday. We're going to have a youth concert, guys. We're going to have a youth concert at Queen Elizabeth Park. So we want to invite youths. We want to invite the public. We want to
Who are
invite
playing?
our viewers. We have bands coming over from Guinea Grass, bands coming over from Belize, and we have young people doing presentations as well.
Mr. Martinez sing to you.
Oh, well, Mr. Martinez, you're welcome to,
Yes,
Yeah,
I have.
and he's the backup singer.
He's the comedian.
He's the comedian and backup singer.
So we
you
have
know?
a singer,
We're
we
a
can have
team.
some entertainment as well, you know.
Come on.
Yeah, so so that's gonna be our main highlight to wrap up our week activities this Saturday. It's gonna be at Queen Elizabeth Park starting at 7, somewhat 6, 7 in the night. So we want to invite our viewers, the public, our audiences out there. We want to invite you guys to come out at the Queen Elizabeth Park and get involved. There'll be a array of different youth groups coming in from different villages as well as from.
It's going to be a big party.
Yeah, a big party for young people. Positive activity we want to get young people into. Then, like, as I mentioned before, we have an extra day, which is Sunday. We're gonna have a little 5-a-side football marathon at Santos Village. So if you guys are interested in the football era, you can bring out your little team, register with us. Our number is 302-0051.
Let me take them.
Let's take this call.
Repeat.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
3020.
Hey, morning, boy.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
morning to the co-host, studio.
Morning.
Hey, Mr. Jones, I'm only making one correct one. You know, my wife on Champarage.
I hear them girl win up the volleyball thing, no?
Yeah, Champarage again, boy.
Yeah, champions.
Apart from that, I'm calling, inviting all Domino players and fans to a massive tag team tournament that will be held on Sunday, right here at Champarage.
Okay.
We hope to start at 11 o'clock in the morning, right?
All right, brother.
The prizes are first prize $200, second prize $150, and third prize $50.
All right.
Entrance fee is $10 for team.
Domino.
Right.
All right, brother.
This tournament is being sponsored by our Honorable Elodia Aragon Jr.
Minister of Sports.
Right, you are working for the East and working for Champarage too.
Okay, brother.
Thank you, brother. Have a good day.
Thank you too. And
Well, guys,
much the same to you.
I want to remind you about the Vegas Cup semifinals this Sunday in Trial Farm football field at 1 p.m. Old School versus United Ballers, and then at 3 it's Jaguars versus San Roman. It's the Vegas Cup tournament. It continues, and remember, it's one of the biggest football tournaments in the North, and it is sponsored by our Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Gaspar Vega, a representative for Orange Walk North, and it has been going on for some umpteen years. I've lost count, and it will never stop.
If you were to just encapsulate the message that you have for youth, what would it be?
Get involved.
Get involved.
Get involved. Get involved.
That's perfect.
overall.
I like that. Get
That's want young
involved.
people to get involved.
Yeah.
That you know, young people are like we mentioned, the majority of this country. But if they keep on the back page and
Get
keep
left.
to themselves, they get left behind.
They
So
believe.
our
And
job-
then you hear complaints.
Yeah,
If
you
I
hear
would
complaints.
only know. If
If
I would only have
know,
known.
or if they could have tell me about this, or if I could have get that, or stuff like that. So the whole point is we want
Never
people to
bemoan
get
the fact
involved.
that you know, get involved, get to
Yes,
know
get
what's going
involved.
on.
The Department of Youth Services is located right beside the post office. Come and check us out. Give us a
This is
visit.
smack downtown.
Huh?
This is smack downtown.
Yes, so a big
Can't say
purple
that.
building. You can't miss it. Yeah, and like I mentioned before, you can call us 302-0051. I repeat, 302-0051. It's National Youth Week 2015 under the theme Youth Make the Dream Work with Teamwork.
Can I just also give a message to young
Certainly.
people? Go to the youth department. Ask them for what you want. Talk to them about your needs. And you'll find amazing people working there that would really love to hear from you. Second, I'd like to tell the elders in the community, it is our responsibility to engage young people. If you see your young person isn't getting engaged, you go to the youth department and find out what's there.
Yeah, we have parents coming in and say they want activities for the young people because
Yeah.
they're kind of shy to come to our office. or
Yeah,
come to our
because
building.
young people sometimes get shy,
Yeah,
right?
they get
So the
shy, they get
parents
shy,
like,
so the
come
parents
on
come
over.
and we invite the parents them as well to come along because at the same time we do have parenting sessions
Oh, okay.
whereby we have the young people and their parents and we have some very enthusiastic speakers coming in and talk to them and basically give them parental rules and disciplines and stuff. So that's an area that we work out of as well too. So
Fantastic.
Okay, with that, Emmanuel, we'd like to thank our guests for dropping by, and we want to say openly that we have what we call an open door policy. All you got to do is inform us,
Yes.
that you want to be on the show ahead of time, and we make that arrangement. You don't need to have to go through London Bridge and come back over Hattieville Bridge.
Over Bering Street.
Yeah.
And I must say, Orange Walk is wonderful, and thank you for having us today.
Is this your first time in Orange Walk?
No, my second time, but I think it's a beautiful part
Please
of the
make sure
country.
you get to talk us on the road.
Oh, yes, I am.
And Dylan, I just want to acknowledge or the students that came in for our trivia yesterday.
Oh, yes.
They did very well in advocating for our policy. Mr. Joseph from IT Vet win first prize. We had Mr. Amy from Bishop Martin winning second. And we have Mr. Reynaldo from Technical winning third place. We had the participation from Technical, IT Vet, and Bishop Martin. So I want to thank them as well. And most of all, I want to thank our main sponsor for that program, Atlantic Bank. Thanks very much for the kind donation, as well as Quails. I want to thank you guys very much for the donation.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you for the participation in the Sugar City Morning Show. We're going to that. We're just about that time. It's 8:43 in the morning, and we're about to close the show. So, Dylan?
Just quickly before we go, yesterday...
Any announcements?
Yesterday we started on a campaign against Christmas, the way how the town council was treating us when it comes to a Christmas tree, and the way how they had put this tree in the middle of the park with all different kind of colors, which we felt was a disrespect, because traditionally Christmas is red, green, white, and the little gold, and we don't know where the orange and the pink and the silver came from, but we weren't satisfied with it, and we started talking about it, and the people spoke, and the people said, we don't like that. That is way out of touch. We don't know what's your idea when it comes to Christmas. And we kind of hammered it yesterday, and we asked, we kind of demanded that they take it down, because we weren't satisfied. And if we're big enough to come here and say what we don't like, then we must also be big enough to come and say what is good. And I want to say, by midday yesterday, they started taking down the Christmas tree, because the people spoke. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about Emmanuel. When you have people texting us and saying, traditionally I usually pass there and take a picture with my kids every year. They say, I don't think I'll do that because that don't look like something where we want to pose up with. You know, I kind of comment. And they took it down, and I must say they did a better job. They did it. The whole staff was out there, and they really decorated the tree. It's green now. Christmas green, Emmanuel.
And they have done commendable work. You
Right,
have to give them
and they put up Santa Claus and lights and everything.
Our plight was very simply that it was not something
we wanted for Orange Walk. So I want to say, I don't know who will pay for it.
Well, that's a different
story. But for now, you guys listen to the people of Orange Walk, and if you want to always listen to the people, things are being much better. So Merry Christmas to all of you, all of the season greetings, and I'm happy to see that you all finally understand the spirit of Christmas. On that note, we want to get out of here. For Robert Chekiosho, our director, Mr. Maurice Kokoman Cameras, Rahim Wagner on control, Emmanuel Martinez. My name is Dylan Jones. Stay safe, Belize. Until tomorrow, God bless you, and happy Disability Week, happy Youth Week. We'll be back tomorrow with more for you on the Sugar City Morning Show. So long.
Hasta luego, se cuida.